The voices of our ancestors grow fainter every day. What can we do before we vanish completely?
The Philippines is home to over 100 indigenous groups, each with its own rich culture, language, and tradition.
In Luzon, the Ifugao people are known for their centuries-old rice terraces, a testament to their agricultural ingenuity and cultural identity. They preserve this heritage by passing down farming techniques through generations and incorporating rituals like the panak to mark the end of harvest. The Ilongo and Kalinga tribes safeguard their history through traditional textiles, like the Kalinga's intricate backstrap weaving, which tells stories in every thread. Community based tourism is another avenue, offering a platform for cultural exchange while ensuring tribes benefit directly. However, ethical practices are vital. Indigenous groups must retain full control over how their culture is presented. Cultural preservation is not merely about remembering, it is about living, breathing, and embracing the legacy our ancestors left behind. It is ensuring that the next generation carries their heritage proudly and continues to honor the voices of the past. The Philippines is home to diverse indigenous cultures, each with its own language, traditions, and way of life. Yet, modernization and globalization threaten these rich heritages, and to preserve them, we must act now. One way is through oral tradition, by continuing to tell the stories passed down through generations. Folk tales, epics, and songs must be documented and shared with the younger generation, keeping the wisdom of our ancestors alive. Schools and community programs should incorporate indigenous storytelling and encourage younger generations to take pride in their roots. Another is revitalizing indigenous languages. Many native tongues are at risk of extinction, with fewer and fewer speakers each year. Teaching children to speak these languages at home and in schools ensures they remain part of our identity. Language preservation projects such as dictionaries, online courses, and cultural immersion programs can also aid in keeping these languages vibrant and relevant. In the Visayas, the Ati people preserve their culture through their vibrant dances and oral traditions. These performances, often held during festivals like the Ati-Atihan, narrate their history and struggles with colonization. Music also plays a vital role, with bamboo instruments like the tultugan and subing passed down to younger generations. Community efforts ensure that their stories remain alive, shared through storytelling sessions in schools and gatherings. Traditional crafts and skills also need safeguarding. Hand woven textiles, intricate beadwork, wood carving, and pottery all bear the marks of centuries old craftsmanship. Supporting indigenous artisans through fair trade and cultural programs helps sustain these traditions. Local governments and organizations must ensure that these crafts remain viable by providing funding, training, and market access to indigenous communities. Community based tourism offers another path. By promoting responsible tourism, visitors can learn about indigenous customs while ensuring the tribes benefit directly from cultural exchanges. Tourists can experience traditional dances, rituals, and cuisines while fostering respect and understanding. However, such tourism must be ethical, ensuring that indigenous groups have full control over how their culture is presented. And finally, legal protection is crucial. Defending indigenous lands and rights against exploitation ensures that communities can continue their way of life without fear of displacement. Land encroachment and illegal resource extraction continue to threaten indigenous groups. Stronger policies and active enforcement of ancestral land rights are necessary to protect their heritage. In Mindanao, the Tibili people preserve their culture through the creation of tinalak, sacred fabric woven from dreams. Each pattern is unique, carrying the spiritual visions of the weaver. The Maranao, on the other hand, are known for their ukir designs, seen in their intricate brassware and the Torgan houses. Meanwhile, the Lumad communities face constant battles to protect their ancestral lands, knowing that their identity is inseparable from the land they inhabit.
Across the nation, efforts are underway to ensure indigenous cultures thrive. Schools are integrating traditional stories and history into their curriculums, while language revitalization programs develop dictionaries and online courses for endangered tongues.
Education and awareness play a key role. Schools must integrate Indigenous history and contributions into their curriculums, fostering a sense of pride and responsibility in the youth. Documentaries, books, and digital platforms can help spread knowledge about Indigenous Filipino cultures to a wider audience. Cultural preservation is not merely remembering, it is living, breathing, and embracing the legacy our ancestors left behind. It is ensuring that the next generation not only knows about their heritage but takes an active role in keeping it alive.
The preservation of the Philippine indigenous cultures also depend on the protection of the ancestral lands. Land encroachment and illegal resource extraction continue to displace communities. Advocacy efforts are crucial as stronger laws and enforcement ensure that these groups continue their way of life without fear. From the highlands of Luzon to the coast of the Visayas and the vast lands of Mindanao, these communities are keepers of our nation's oldest stories. Yet, in the face of modernization and external threats, the preservation of these heritages becomes a shared responsibility.